Hello, welcome to another Shetland orca film. We're now at Stenness, where we had our encounter with the 27s, but it didn't start off that smoothly.
It was a bit of a mad rush to start with. We was actually all the way down at the other end of the island at Sombra Head. We got a message, I got a message from one of my friends, Charlotte got one from one of her friends. I was like, Orca, north now.
We were like, we've got to get there, because we hadn't seen any orca for a couple of weeks, so we had to take the opportunity to get up here as quick as we could.
So we headed all the way from Sombra, which is literally as south as you can get, all the way. We headed, the first sighting I think was Braywick.
Yeah.
So we thought, right, they're going to be moving, we'll try and get to Stenness because that's where they're going to end up.
Yeah.
And I don't know how we got up here on time, but yeah, we did.
Our friend has just sent us a message saying that orca have been seen off Hillswick. We're at the other end of the island.
Always when we're at Sombra Head, they're
Always.
seen wherever we spend the majority of our time.
Always the opposite end. But we're going to drive, give it a chance. We can only try, so we'll see if we can find them. We're trying. So we arrived at Stenness and we wanted to get down to the water as quick as possible because we know from last year that they do like to come into this bay, so we wanted to be right down there on the rocks so we could get as close to them as possible. So we sprinted all the way down. So whilst we were on the journey up from Sombra, we got a phone call from Mandy and she was like, I can't believe I can see orca from my kitchen window, which is so cool. But then it seemed a little bit odd because then our other friend messaged saying that they were over at Braywick and she hadn't seen them go from outside her house over there, so it ended up being there was two pods which she didn't know about until afterwards. So she caught up with the pod that was heading around past Tangwick, so she headed over there and she got some amazing footage. Luckily we then headed to Stenness and we managed to catch up with them. So when she was at Tannick, she was actually video calling, so I could see the orca on the phone and I was taking screenshots because I wasn't sure if we were going to make it in time. So I thought that might be the only opportunity we get of seeing that pod. So it was so cool. She was actually standing there recording them and they were so close to shore that it just, yeah, she got amazing footage. So when she was at Tannick, we knew the next stop was going to be Stenness, so we knew we had to get there. And we were about 20 minutes away, so we were really keeping our fingers crossed they were going to go slowly and let us get there before they would.
So when we did arrive, we knew that we're here in time because there was so many people up on the car park, and there are actually people rushing across to get onto the headland over there because they're going to be coming around from Tannick. But we knew from last year that they come right into this bay, and when we say right in, we literally mean about a few meters away from the beach. So from that experience we learned, let's just stay here, get onto these rocks, and they're going to come right past us. And yeah, so we made our way right onto these rocks. So we've just made it to Stenness. We've come all the way from Sombra. The orcas have just been in at Tangwick, so we hope that we've made it in time when they come into this bay.
So we made it down onto the rocks with not much time to spare, as we saw some blows come round the corner in that mouth over there. It was really exciting. We were so pleased that we were going to see them.
At first we were kind of gutted because we was hoping they'd come straight around that corner and straight down to us, but what they did do, there's an island opposite and there's so many seals hauled out there, and all 7 orca were circling up and down. They just looked like sharks, and again, they, from the pictures we got in the footage, it looks like they're a couple of meters away just off the beach, and you could see all the seals lined up, and these 7 orca were just circling up and down, just waiting to get a seal into the water. I think there might have been 1 or 2 in the water they might have had. We were quite far though, so we couldn't see exactly what was happening, but what we could see just looked incredible with so many fins. And they were so active as well. They weren't diving, they were on the surface the whole time, so you could just see their fins constantly. They were definitely in hunt mode. There was definitely more seals over there than there was where we were. We only saw 1 or 2 seals bobbing around in the water, so they obviously were all over that way, and that's why they were concentrating their attention as well, as they were that side. Yeah. Oh, I hope those seals stay on the beach.
Oh, you see the little babies and everything. I hope so. Well, there's a lot of seals there. Oh, looks like they're coming this direction.
The seal right in front of me. Don't look at me, mate. You've got some big orca coming your way.
So we're at the bay opposite where we were standing when we had the encounter. We were just over there, you can see our van in the distance. We were just on those rocks. And after the orca had finished circling the bay and hunting for seals over there, one of them actually came right past this bay. So they were on the other side of the rock from where we were standing.
Here, Charlotte. I know, I'm looking at it. 72. No, I'm looking at it. 72.
So once they'd had their fill of their hunt over on the other island, they started to head this way. We were positioned on the rocks and Mandy and Kaylee were up on the top. So they managed to get a really good view of us and the orca as they come really close past.
We're so thankful that Mandy managed to get that clip, because it's very rarely that we have both of us in the same shot and the orca's going past us.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just amazing to see.
Amazing.
And we had noticed when they were over the other side, there was 1 or 2 seals just in front of me on the rocks. So we thought there's a chance that they're going to come our way.
Yeah.
And then they made their way over the far side, and then one of the little ones snuck in right close to me, and then bull 72, and I think there's another female with him, and they went right past us, past me, past Charlotte, and then yeah, we had 2 or 3 come so close to us.
So close.
And then they sort of headed off down the coast, and we did our best to run and catch up with them, but I don't think it was very successful, but we did manage to see them going off in the distance.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a bit of a run.
It was. Nick, this one right in front. Nick, to your left apparently. Nick! Oh yeah.
Going off where we were last time. To the right. Might be one there still. Some ripples. There's a seal still in the bay. Going off where we were last time. To the right.
So as soon as we saw that they were heading that direction, we ran up here, and it's a lot easier said than done.
Fuck it, let's go for a run.
So we managed to run up to this point but couldn't run any further because we were absolutely exhausted. We did manage to see the orca head round that coast there, but they were a little bit ahead of us because they were steaming it past us. But the day before we actually managed to see an otter just here, which is really cool. But yeah, it's just so typical. We were here with Kenny and Louise the day before, went all the way to Sunborough, and then when they left we came all the way back up and saw orca, which is such a shame.
When we say we came all the way back up, it's at least 40 odd miles, and we did that in quite a quick time. So yeah, we did well to get up here.
We've seen them! Yay! It was the 27s pod, and it actually looks like the 19s are sort of still around the islands as well, so we're hoping.
Yeah, Mandy's seen both.
Mandy's seen both. Mandy's had a great day, and Kaylee. Kaylee's got some amazing pictures as well, so yeah. We can't wait to have a look at them all. But yay!
So we've just walked a little bit further up the coast from where we had that encounter at Stenness this time. But this time last year, almost to the day, we had an encounter with the 27s pod at this part, which is just up, a little bit further up from Stenness. And we actually had all 8 members on that encounter. Sadly, we lost one of the younger ones, 151, to fishing entanglement last year. So yeah, it's quite sad seeing them with only 7, but
Yeah.
obviously it's still amazing at the same time seeing so many together.
It was so cool, and at the time we thought this was probably the best encounter that we ever could have had last year. But I mean, as you can see on some of our other films, we've had some pretty epic encounters with the 27s and other locations around Shetland.
So on last year's encounter, we saw them come around the other side of the island over there, and we'd pretty much been sat here most of the day. It's quite a nice day, so we were just chilling out, sitting on the end of the headland with some music on.
Yeah.
And then yeah, just as we got up to walk off, Charlotte noticed something coming round the corner of that island, and then one after another, all the members of the 27s pod come round.
Yeah.
And they pretty much headed to where we had the encounter this time, right in the bay over there.
So from a distance we could see that they were hunting in the bay where we were just standing like moments ago. They were hunting over there, and then all of a sudden they looked like they were going to head out of the mouth over there. We were really disappointed because we thought, oh, we wish they were going to come close to us. But luckily the bull 34 changed his mind and they headed straight for us, straight down this coast here and right underneath our feet, and it was incredible.
When Charlotte says right underneath her feet, I managed to get a clip on my mobile phone. I had my big lens in my hand, but they were that close that I just put the camera down, got my phone out, and where Charlotte's standing now.
They were right here, literally right there. Just incredible.
So after they made their way right underneath Charlotte and round the headland, we ran over to this little bit, and we'd always said we wanted to see them come in through these little bits of rocks at high tide, and they did just that, and I was running across all this trying to get as close as I could.
Reenacting the moment.
So yeah, once again they were really close to it. It might not seem as close on this recording, but that's literally just right below us, and they were so close. It's just incredible to see so many orca just going straight past you. You could hear them breathing, and yeah, we've had so many amazing encounters with this pod year after year.
Through all these rocks, they headed up towards the lighthouse, and we tried to chase after them, but it is really difficult running up that hill with all the loose rocks. I look like I'm running in slow motion, but we put a lot of effort in to try and beat them up to the lighthouse. They beat us up there, but we managed to see them go off around the cliffs and a bit further into the distance heading north, which is still really cool to see.
So as well as our little flashback from last year with the 27s pod, we actually had another number of sightings with them on this year's trip again as well. So make sure you keep watching these videos because we've got plenty more encounters with this pod of orca.
Yeah, we've been spoiled on this trip, so yeah, make sure you subscribe to follow more of our adventures, give this video a like, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!
My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down.